Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Set, 380. 0.
Rivers on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Hey, 79! 79!
To throw again. Rivers throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Get ready. Hey, Rocket. 10. Check. Room. Rush in. Buckle it.
From the gun, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mike, check. 59.
Bravo.
Mike 5'9. 65.
Hurry.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, Delta! Zero! 6 guys! Check 6 guys! 180! Watch the shot!
Rivers to throw it. And it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Load it! Load it! Left right. White! Shit! You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right
there. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Landry now on the return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56. Check 56. Hurry!
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
What's the run? They're running it.
Switch. Regular. Hurry. 56. I got one. Mike, 56.
Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, exit. 56. Check 56. Push him back. Push him back. Real.
Mayfield to throw it. He finds Beckham complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Right there, 56. Ready? Mike 56, Mike 56. Tighten up. Hey, alert. Up. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Hey, Haywood. That's going to be a long day. He's coming. Double up.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield flushed out right. His throw incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Point it right. Hey, alert 33. 56, right there, 56. Hey, Zoo. Watch the boot. Mike 56. Here we go, D. Here I come. Check 37.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
56 is the mic. We got to get the ball, Hurry!
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
56 the mark, boys. 56. Hurry! Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
They'll try again with Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
Watch the slant. Check 52. Undercrook. Run. King. Bud. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. No chance. What's that? The mic, boy. 56.
Throwing. Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might... ended a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Yeah. Hey, Rocket.
from the gun to give to Mixon. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They go play action. Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now Landry. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. A first down throw from Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A new life now following the late turnover, and maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
79. J Delta. White 89.
Throwing again. Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Alert, 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 alert.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
56 the mark, boy. 50.
Hey, high 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
King.
Check. Pistol. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Hey, wahoo.
Big stop. Let's go. Kill.
Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Rivers now. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check me 90. I front 80. 12. Red.
Deuce. Hey, watch it. Hey.
Rerun. Go. Hey, ready.
Play action now. Rivers going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Get ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Let's put him on the punches. Let's put that team on the punch. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Like that.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Mike 56. Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Double dog. Double dog. That's the way. Mike 56. Mike 56. Double dog.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
56 is the Mike. Don't get nervous.
Like that. Like
The
that.
pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kamale Correa able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Check 24. Check 24. Switch.
Third and long for Rivers. That's complete to John Ross. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check tight. Mike 56.
Smooth. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Alert, flare, alert, flare, flare, flare. Slam, slam.
Watch out.
Mayfield now. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Hey, Alpha.
Check safety, check safety. Hatchet, hatchet.
Check 9, check up, up.
Checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Hurry, hurry. Watch out.
Mayfield on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Who that?
Hurry.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Watch out.
Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Dancing to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Kamale Correa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Chargers have just scored, so they extend their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 50.
Hurry, hurry. Watch out.
He'll drop the throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
56.
Bravo.
56. Check 56.
Hurry, hurry.
56. Mike 56. Right there, right there. 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. No.
Watch.
He'll look to throw.
Check.
And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Hey, orbit. Alpha! Hey, go orange. Orange. Alpha! Left.
To throw, Rivers. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 81 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A run for Nick Chubb. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They run it again with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 14-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
25, check 25, check 25.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw is Rivers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out. Check, check, check.
Load it, load it. Start.
To throw again. Rivers. Airing one out for Boyd. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Red, red. One fastball.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch twist. Watch twist.
49, check 49, check. Keep it skinny. Hey, easy, easy.
SOS. SOS.
Buckle one, buckle one.
Rivers. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check, 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 check. Check 59, Mike. 59.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Good. 180.
Stick it to Mike.
Hurry, hurry.
Target, target.
Watch out.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Haywood.
Right there, 56. Watch the screen, watch the
Watch.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rivers. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On play action, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danny Trevathan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Demarius Randall. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways,